I whispered, "What beautiful girl!" But the alien girl heard me and was staring at me. The corridor glowed with soft blue light, its sterile curves stretching into a silence that felt far too heavy for a diplomatic vessel. I wasn't supposed to be here. This part of the ship was restricted, reserved for the dignitaries of the Ilari Dominion. But I'd gotten lost. Again, I was halfway through retracing my steps when I saw her. She stepped out from a chamber in front of me, tall and poised, her long silver braids gleaming under the lights. She moved with a grace that was not learned but inherent, as if the ship bowed to her presence. Her armor shimmered like moonlight on water, molded perfectly to a lithe, powerful frame. She wasn't just beautiful. She was breathtaking. And I, idiot that I was, whispered under my breath, "What beautiful girl!" She stopped. Her sharp ears twitched. She turned, and those silver eyes locked onto me like twin blades of ice. My heart stopped. I fumbled to step back, heat flooding my face. I didn't think you could hear me." "You thought I couldn't hear?" she said, voice soft but echoing in the corridor like a chime with steel edges. "We Ilari don't have your species limitations." "Right," I muttered. "Of course you don't." She walked toward me, not rushed, not slow, just precise, controlled, like a blade moving through air. She stopped inches from me and tilted her head. "You said I was beautiful." Yes." I managed throat dry. She blinked once. "Why?" "No offense, but have you seen yourself?" A beat. Then, to my shock, her lips quirked upward. A smile. Barely there. "You're bold," she said. "For a human." "Not bold," I said. "Just stupid." That made her actually laugh. A quiet, melodic sound that didn't fit the coldness I'd expected. She studied me a moment longer. "You're not part of the diplomatic staff," she said. "No, just a translator. For back-channel stuff. And you wandered here by accident." I nodded. She stared at me, her gaze unblinking. "You didn't know who I was, did you?" "I still don't," I said honestly. Her smile widened a fraction. "I'm Princess Erilyn, first heir of the Ilari Dominion." I felt like someone had punched the air out of me. "Oh, of course you are. And you call me beautiful." I wanted to crawl into a maintenance duct and never come out, but she didn't seem angry. In fact, she looked amused. "I've walked these halls for 4 days," she said quietly. Not one human made eye contact. Not one smiled. Not one dared speak. I didn't mean to. "No," she interrupted, and that's why it meant something. She turned and walked ahead, the corridor lights dancing on her silver braids. "Come," she said, "walk with me." And I did. We walked in silence through the upper levels, her footsteps soundless despite the armored boots. "You don't treat me like the others," she said. "I don't really know how to treat royalty." She glanced sideways at me. "Good. Most people pretend, or tremble, or flatter me until my ears hurt. I just blurt things." "I noticed," she said, lips twitching again. I took a breath. "You're not like how they describe the Ilari, and you're not like how they describe humans." "That bad, huh?" She paused at a viewport and looked out at the stars. "That lonely?" We talked then, not about politics or treaties, but little things. She asked why humans love music so much. I asked how Ilari armor adapts to the wearer. She laughed when I told her I once translated "Please return the ambassador" as "surrender or be destroyed." She told me her people braided their hair to remember ancestors, each twist a name, a memory, a vow. I asked what her braids meant. She hesitated, then softly said, "They tell of my mother, who gave up her throne for peace. My sister, who fell in war. and one for myself, a vow I haven't fulfilled yet. What vow? To find something worth trusting, worth protecting. When we parted at the secure quarters, she turned to me. "I'll remember what you said," she said. "What part?" "That I was beautiful." "I meant it." "I know," she whispered. She stepped closer and gently touched my chest, just over the heart. In a Lari tradition, when one calls another beautiful without demand or desire, it's sacred. It's a kind of honesty we rarely hear. Then she walked into her quarters, and the door sealed behind her. I returned to my bunk, head spinning. The next day, the diplomatic team was in chaos. "Someone from the Lari court requested you," my superior said. "Me. You've been assigned as liaison to Princess Erilyn, effective immediately." Days passed, then weeks. We worked closely, too closely, some whispered, but I didn't care. She listened when I spoke. She laughed more easily now. She showed me old Alari songs, melodies layered with history. I taught her how to make Terran coffee, and she insisted on perfecting the recipe. And sometimes when the corridor lights dimmed and no one was watching, she'd look at me, not like a princess looking down on a subject, but like a girl remembering what it meant to be seen. The night before the treaty signing, she found me alone in the observatory. "I'm afraid," she admitted. "Of what?" "That after tomorrow, I'll have to become the symbol they want me to be, not the person I've started to become." I reached for her hand. "You are already something more than a symbol." She looked at our joined hands. "I think you were my vow," she whispered. "The one I haven't fulfilled." My voice caught. "What do you mean?" "I mean I trusted you, and you never asked me to be anything but real." And in that glowing silence, beneath stars too ancient to judge us, she leaned in, forehead to mine, and whispered in return, "You're beautiful too."